All right, welcome everyone to another exciting match, the TTS League. We are in season six, week five, so the second to last game in the Swiss round. And we're very excited to have a really interesting matchup ahead of us, which is Utility Cookie, the master of new forms of MCP strategy and tactics. He'll be playing Convocation tonight. And we have a very exciting opponent for him, Christian from Germany, who I know for War Machine community. He's a fantastic player, super precise, clinical, doesn't leave any room for maneuver, and somebody of that competitive level, as you can imagine, is going for the swiftest things on the right now. And so he'll be playing Sam's spam list, that is Sam Wilson Avengers list that he's bringing along. So I am very excited about that match, but what I'm super stoked about tonight, although I don't have my lovable Huggy Bear with me, which is a shame, I do have a very special guest, and special because he's coming to us from the States, which is something that we have happen often here in Europe. But I have the wonderful Merzane, the Discord server, top level competitive himself from the East Coast of the United States, joining me. Say hello to the people, Merzane.
Hello! I'm really happy to be here. I'm really excited to watch this. I don't typically get to watch European games, because y'all play when I'm at work. So this is
Yeah,
exciting.
exactly. So we have a little bit of time still before the two players get into the room. So I thought we would talk a little bit about the two lists, the rosters that they brought along.
Sounds good to me. I can at least give some insight maybe into one of the lists since I'm playing something similar.
Okay, which one is that?
Uh, Christians. I am currently playing Sam Spam, and that's what I played at NashCon. Uh, so I know a little bit more about that. Not so much the convocation, but I've played against the convocation, so I know a little bit about the matchup too.
Oh, amazing.
Convocation's super big brained.
All right, why don't we talk about this? I mean, many people already understand the Sandam list. I'll briefly mention and he's bringing along, but it's the usual suspects of Black Widow, Sam Wilson, Doctor Vu, Enchantress, Iron Fist, Iron Man. Okay, that might be a little bit different. Lid, Okoye, Vision, and War Machine. What do you anything stand out to you there, or is it Iron Man really the big one for you?
Dr. Voodoo and Iron Man are really interesting to me. Dr. Voodoo's one I've thought of too, but I like that in tandem with Enchantress to really leverage scenario play. But I also swapped to Iron Man in the mid season. Big reason is Helios laser bombardment is really big, and sometimes when you're trying to go wide, slotting in the Hulkbuster is very difficult.
Mm.
So having Iron Man, who's not super great yet, have the keys to the big laser of doom sometimes makes him threatening enough to actually warrant play on the table. And then you've
Uh,
also got Lizard and War Machine
yeah.
to have this tanky, reductive, uh, widespread of characters that are reducing damage, have high physical defenses.
Yes. And you're absolutely right. He does have Helios, the laser bombardment, in his tactics card, so that makes perfect sense. The other ones are ones you'd expect. All got Advanced R&D, Avengers Assemble, Bitter Rivals, Climbing Gear, Field Dressing, and Heroes for Hire. So let's move on to the convocation list, which is the new kid on the block, really, although Sam Spam's not that old. Um, Cookie's elected to bring, and he's always up to something. So we're going to try to figure this out now. He's brought Ancient One, Baron Mo, Clea, Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Voodoo, Hood, Mac, Okoye, Omega Red, and Wong. Now, from that most of those are affiliation characters. The one that stands out to me is Omega Red. What do you make of that?
I have no idea what he's doing with Omega Red. I'm here for it, but that is such a weird one to me. I get every other one. Um, I maybe he wants to poison people. Maybe he's trying to go for some sort of power control with Omega Red.
Yeah, let's take a look at his crises. He has brought demons, the new one, intrusions open across city. Whoa. And he is indeed bringing Terrigen Clouds, which has the poison mechanic in it built into them.
Yeah, and then he gets Omega Red gets benefits for having people poisoned, right? He does damage to them, so that could be what it's going for.
Yep,
I,
exactly.
I- is that cookie enough though? I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, he did bring Intrusions Open. That's a weird one we haven't seen yet. Have you?
I have not. I really just like Convocation. It's kind of complex in how you can apply it to the table and the gameplay. Uh, but I feel like if anyone's one of the people that's going to be able to figure it out is Cookie, especially ways to abuse it and use it to his advantage.
I'm really excited that hopefully that gets chosen today. We'll see. Looking at tactics card, we have Astral Ring, Bar No Doors, Book of Cagliostro, all pretty standard. Brain Pact, Field Dressing, Woods Gang, Ironbound Books of Shumagorath, and the Plane of Poldak, guess, maybe.
That's probably better than I would have done.
I think it's Polish. Anyhow, what do you make of those cards?
It's a lot of gobbledygook that does really weird things for wizards.
I know we're gonna have to call these up on the great Cross Bifrost MCP database. There's, if you haven't seen the database, let me get the going. Is fantastic for us. We're so fortunate the guys just effort to keep the database completely up to speed. It is mcpdb.com. Very simple, and you can look up every card there and see what it is.
Yeah, I think off the top, Astral Ring is the Rainbow Bridge equivalent, but you can't teleport with things in your hands. Book of Cagliostro is, I believe, the one that lets you make another activation, and you can discard 2 cards to refresh it. Hood's Gang is the one that gives a reroll to all of your allies when they're attacking people contesting. Ironbound Books of Shumagorath is the one that lets you take physical attacks and count them as if they're mystic attacks for a turn, and it refreshes when one of your guys is KO'd. And Plane of Poldak, that's a good one, I don't know. They only have about 18 cards to their name.
All right, I got it just hooked in my headphones because I'm sounding like a robot apparently. So hold on.
Oh no. For the listeners at home, Plane of Poldak is the Dark Rain for Convocation and only mystic attacks.
All right, I've put in the headset. Maybe that'll make it a little bit clearer.
It's
Guys in the
strange
chat.
because you sound fine to me.
I know, I know. It's not the first time this happened, but does that sound better, guys in the chat? Let me know. Should I start singing? Maybe
I,
that sounds
I,
worse.
I'm voting for yes.
It is better. Thank you, Pat. I sang the Across the Bifrost theme music song, what have you, when I was on the show last.
Was that what they used as the intro?
Yeah, that one. I felt inspired. I just leapt into it before TT could do anything about it. And all right, let's put on the overhead view and get this thing set up. It looks like Cookie has won by virtue of having more crits than Christian.
Cookie wins. I think that's good for Cookie. I think what might have. I think he should pick Secures, because if he doesn't, I have a feeling Sam Spam's going to try to take him to Mutant Madmen, which is not somewhere I think he wants to be.
Mm. All right. I've got the table set up so we have Cookie at the top of your screen, I think. Yes, Cookie on top of your screen and Christian on the bottom. Let's see what they use. They promised to tell them they've chosen. I've got the coming in now. Looks like he has one payout. All right, he's off to a good start, according to you.
I think so. I think that winning Prio was pretty important for him.
Go ahead. Can you elaborate on why you think so?
Oh, I was saying a minute ago, I think there was a potential that the Sam Spam player wanted to bring Mutant Madmen with higher physical defense and really tanky characters. It can be really hard for Convocation in particular to continuously flip objectives.
Mm-hmm.
But we have our selections now.
Yes. Can't wait to see what the points value. Do you think Compe should want high or low threat value?
Well, I'm going to assume high value. He chose demons downtown. I think what he's wanting to do is maybe group everyone up with the since most of what Sam's probably bringing is going to be physical, and try to just outvalue him that way since he's going to most likely be outnumbered.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. So you're thinking that there's Sam's wide and Complicated going to try to say strong in the middle reign order.
Probably. I hope we see Omega Red. I'm wondering if Omega Red is there for this matchup because I think that Sam does not like being poisoned.
Good point. Yes, that is a really good point. Cool. Oh,
And Sploosh pointed out to me, Strange also poisons, and Mordo can poison, and I believe he spreads it too.
all right, it's 18 points, so high on the side.
Yeah. He did it lower than the full 19. He may just want the demons downtown to for the scenario and not the point value. Chat is saying you're still a little garbly.
Yeah, I know
What?
this headset's not. Turns out I bought this thing new and it isn't working well, which is annoying.
They,
Because
they think it might be your streaming software.
yeah, I've been having a lot of trouble with it, so I have to
Unfortunate.
play with it some more.
Uh, are you getting feedback?
No, I'm good now because I guess I was plugged in, it was unplugged. It was streaming it your sound differently. So now you're back to where it's supposed to be.
Okay. Cool, cool. We will get this figured out.
Yeah,
I
indeed.
blame Cookie. So right now they're building their teams now. I, I don't know. I'm hoping to see Omega Red. I'm hoping that's what Cookie has done.
Yeah, me too. I switched the microphones to a different thing. Is that any better, guys? A different microphone now. We'll see. So much better. Huzzah! Thank you, Sploosh. All right. Yeah, so we're still waiting. I wonder what Christian's up to. He's only hiding part of his table. Wiley, the ways of these competitive players.
Some people like to just do the little square. I like to do what Cookie does. I like to
I
do the whole
know.
thing.
I know. It's really strange. But all right, we'll see. Oh, we're going to talk about alcohol beer? Yes. I have become quite a connoisseur of alcohol-free beer lately. I'll give you a tip. Guinness now makes a 0.0% can with the little widget in there with the nitrogen gas in it to make it the nice foamy stuff. It is fantastic. It is so close to regular Guinness.
I do not drink beer actually.
Mm.
I've never. Well, I'm sorry. I've encountered maybe one or two that I liked, but most of the time I just can't do it. I'm more of a whiskey guy.
Ooh, I do like whiskeys as well. But I have come across a company that makes a alcohol-free one called Lyle's, but I haven't tried it yet.
That sounds interesting because I feel like the appeal of whiskey is that it hurts. And how do you make it hurt if it's not alcoholic?
Oops, I got disconnected. I'll have to get back in.
I did as well. Yeah, I think the lobby crashed.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, there we go.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah. Cards. Somebody's playing cards called Dave Mansfield. That's not the cookie we want. Come on. There we are.
I am back. Servers can't handle Black Orderless cookie. my brain can barely handle it.
All right. Ooh, let's see. Put up the stream review again. And toggle telecasting. Here we go. All right, back in business. Not sure what happened there. Must have been all the talk about whiskey. But are you a bourbon guy? Because you're in the States.
It's whatever I can get. I don't have a particular preference. My favorite right now, and I'm gonna sound like an absolute weakling for saying this, but my favorite that I found is it's Old Smoky Moonshine Company makes whiskey,
Right.
and they have one that's vanilla bean, and it is delicious. The other one I really like is Jim Beam's Devil's Cut.
Ah, okay.
So a little bit of both sides. The vanilla is extremely smooth. You put it in a Jack and Coke, and it just tastes like a vanilla Coke with actual vanilla in it. And the Devil's Cut makes me feel like a man, I guess. I don't know. That's when I want to really feel it.
Nice one. Well, we need to meet up at a. Are you going to Adepticon?
Uh, my company, I work in the optical industry. Our company in that time period puts blackout dates because that's when we're busiest. And I will probably, if it's in the Marchish to Aprilish area, I'll probably never get to go. As long as I work for this industry.
That's interesting. I didn't realize that people notice that they can't see well, mostly in March. That's interesting.
It's mostly tax season. People start getting their tax returns, and then they have to go spend it. Early in the year to tax return deadline is our busiest season because people's insurance refreshes and because of taxes. Interesting little insight into an industry you probably have never thought of that way.
No, I didn't. I had no idea about that. I didn't think it would have a season at all. Maybe Christmas, just because people want to look better or something.
End of the year is another one. Christmas to the end of the year because everyone spends all their money on Christmas presents, and then
right.
A day after Christmas, they have a nice relaxing day and realize, wait a minute, my insurance refreshes in 5 days.
Right.
I have to go buy glasses.
Right.
And then we get a huge influx at the very end of the year.
Oh, dear. All right. Okay, so let's recap. We have convocation winning priority, and that's Cookie, and they're playing 18 threat. Cookie is chosen. I don't know if he's chosen the secures or not. I should ask him. No, maybe he's written to me now. Hang on.
Sam Spam chose the extracts, I believe. No, it was Cookie chose the extract.
Okay, I'll verify that.
It was Fear Grips the City. Yeah, it was Sam Spam that chose the extracts. Cookie chose the secures.
Okay, so it looks like we have hammers, which is Fear Grips, and Demons Downtown, which is right down the middle. So the hammers are obscuring currently two of the what are these called? Flaming portals. The one in the middle is the one that's visible. We have on this table 2 size 4 pieces of terrain right in the middle. So I'm not sure. Can you recall if any of these guys can throw size 4?
I don't believe so. No one on Sam, which is a typical weakness of them. Unless Omega Red can, I don't believe he can though. I think that these size 4s are going to be here to stay, and hopefully a big part of the match. I like it when terrain impacts decision making.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, this table is pretty harsh on some factions and helpful to others. I mean, with those 2 size 4s there, we have a size 3 not too far away, size 2 on the other side. Some fairly big pieces of terrain at the bottom here, so a lot of size 3s. Yeah, I always like to see who designs these tables because I swear that they have it in for certain people. And sure enough, it's Pat. Pat, we can't trust this guy. He puts these maps together surely to help him with the latest the filthy roster that he's brought to the season.
I would just like to make this correlation known. So who is the single person aside from Carefree that has the most maps in the league? Pat.
Might be Pat.
Who is the favorite to win the league every league? Pat. Coincidence?
Yeah. Also, if you look underneath his maps, he puts Easter eggs underneath them. Have a look next time. Yeah, sure. Once in a while. Once in a while.
Is it just gonna flip me off?
Maybe.
Wrong, just a big X. This is the wrong side.
Mistake. Yeah. Good. Good. Cookie chose secures. You were right. No, you were wrong. So Cookie chose secures.
Oh, I might have mixed it up. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
I meant
Uh,
the hammers was chosen by the Sam Spam player, but I
gotcha.
always get them mixed up. That's why I just call them reds and blues, which
And
is
oh, okay, I get you. I think though Sam Spam likes hammers, don't they? Because it helps their maybe lower output characters do a little bit better, and they also have a lot of guys that can move around really easily and pick those things up.
yeah. I typically like it, and you don't really have super expensive cards that you need to worry about. Field dressing and all you've got are typically your most expensive. In this case, it might be Helios Laser. If he brings it, fingers crossed, we'll
Mm.
see a Helios Laser.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, you're typically not super reliant on cards. I've won mini games using very few, so the detriment isn't much of a detriment, especially if you can get a whole bunch of people rolling extra dice.
Yeah, I love it. So that's clear. And then convocation, wanting to bunch people up in the middle, I guess, or also maybe because Sam Spam doesn't like to take damage, and so being incinerated is a problem for them.
I feel like a big part of it too is they're much more manageable when they're in a line
Mm-hmm.
and not spreading out for objective. If they're going to outnumber you anyway, might as well have them outnumber you in one spot so that if you can do some multi attacks or use people like Omega Red who can do damage to people who are poisoned, you can get that damage more reliably on more people rather than two or three on one side and have to deal with two or three on the other.
Yeah,
And
I
Incinerate helps.
yeah, yeah. On the other hand, Sorcerer Supreme, he gets to bounce around where he wants to. He doesn't need to be bunched up in the middle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Now, I've seen a number of games with Sam Spam. I'm relatively familiar with how they're going to operate, but I have never played against Convocation yet. So I'm going to ask the audience to bear with us a little bit as we try to puzzle out what's happening.
I will say one thing that Christian will have to be careful with in list construction is Ironbound Books is extremely painful against Sam Spam.
Mhm.
So bringing Vision and Iron Man would actually be pretty good for him because they have access to energy and
Brilliant.
they can hit their weaker sides.
All right, here we go. Let's take a look at Sam first, since that's a little more ordinary. Yes, he did bring Iron Man. He's brought Iron Man, Doctor Voodoo, Captain America, of course, War Machine, and where is it? Lizard and Okoye. So fairly standard. A strong lineup, don't get me wrong, but fairly standard. And if he brought Field Dressing, Avengers Assemble, all you've got, Bitter Rivals, and Helios. So just as all the usual cards plus Helios to take advantage of Iron Man.
My hands are in the air in a V for victory as we see Iron Man and Helios Laser in round 5 of of the league.
Yeah, amazing. All right, and then Cookie. He's got Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, Doctor Voodoo. So two mirrors of Doctor Voodoo. Baron Mordo, Ancient One, and Okoye. So he is going one less wide. And the question is who is he choosing as his leader, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was Voodoo or Strange.
I'm going to ask. Because as if the audience isn't aware, Convocation allows you to use the Convocation card leadership ability and put it on any character. Once you sign it to somebody, it sticks to that person. Isn't that right?
Yes, and he also needs to choose which side it's going to be on at first.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I'm just reading it now. Does it get flipped at all, or is it just... Oh yeah, there, sure enough. You can spend one power to flip it in the power phase.
Mm-hmm.
So they have two abilities, depending on which side that card is on, sitting on one character. The character is... We don't know yet. Hang on.
We'll know after deployment, I believe,
Okay.
when it's official.
I see. Okay, so he hasn't decided yet. Okay. His cards are Astral Ring, Field Dressing, Ironbound Books of Shumagorath, Book of Cassiolistro, A lot of books. And brace for impact. Brace
So
is... What was he worried about by bringing brace?
well, having two defense across the table on your physical kind of makes it scary to be playing against anything that might have a throw. We do have a lizard on the other side of the table, so there is potential for throws, but
Ah,
not
of
huge
course,
throws.
lizard. Yeah, right. Okay, so down the center, so far with the two Dr. Voodoos facing off against one another. Baramoto is just to his left. On the more densely side of the table, Cookie is just now putting down the Ancient One. Meanwhile, we have Lizard on the center, more or less. He can throw size, let's see, size 3? Uh, yep, size 3. Okay. What do you make of the two Voodoos across from one another?
I was just thinking, I really hope they possess each other. That would be really funny to me, but it makes sense to have them centrally placed. I think that what's going to
Oh,
happen is they're going to move up and try to possess somebody just somewhere in the middle, so they can either ignore someone in the middle or double move, possess someone on a back point that's lone capping, so they don't someone can't score that back point.
okay. Cookie's, as you predicted, going quite centrally focused with his team. He's got Mordo, Voodoo, and now Sorcerer Supreme right there in the middle. Koi is a little bit on the right-hand side, which I find a little interesting that she's somewhat on her own. Um, Christian's desperately trying to get Sam Wilson to fit in between this barrel and the big butt of Dr. Voodoo. Seems to have succeeded. You know, Dr. Voodoo, you need to work out a little bit, buddy. Sorry. Uh, War Machine is also then the final placement going down fairly centrally located, actually. If you look at the Sam spam here, this is interesting in that it's fairly centrally located. Lizard and Voodoo are tanky though, so that's understandable. War Machine to a degree as well. He's got Okoye on the bottom flank and Iron Man on the left flank.
I want to keep an eye on this Ancient One. In the matchup I played versus Mandalorian Orange, Ancient One was a very clutch piece that did a lot more work than I initially anticipated she'd be able to do.
Mm-hmm.
She is very frustrating to deal with and can end up doing a lot of damage to people like Sam Wilson himself.
Good old Huggy Bear is mentioning that Voodoos are immune to possession from each other.
Is that true?
Apparently, that's what he said. I don't know about Huggy. Huggy might be on the sauce, though. You never know if you're going to get quality information. Oop. Why don't you look that up? And it is true, apparently. Spirit of Brother Daniel. All right, everybody, we're starting up the
Can I
round.
have a Brother Daniel token except the one it begins the game with?
Ah, clever.
Man, I wish it wasn't a wall of text and was bullet pointed a little better.
All right, Chris John's making his first move. I guess because Cookie passed, right? Because he had priority.
I guess he did?
Yeah, I'm just going to double check
Interesting.
what he told me, but he won prio, yes. And so, but we see Okoye moving first and grabbing the first hammer. Interesting indeed, right?
That is an interesting play. I don't... It's gotta be some Cookie shenanigans. Every time I try to think I know what he's doing, I'm just more and more confused.
You know what? I know for a fact that Cookie is also a whiskey drinker from a past stream. So maybe he's just started too early, and this was a big mistake.
Oh, this isn't round 2. No.
Oh no! I shouldn't be this deep into my cups in round 1. Alright, so he's contemplating whether to send Sorcerer Supreme after her. I'm going to assume Sorcerer Supreme's got a range 3 attack. So he'd be able to get one attack in on her. Where is he? Yeah, here we go. Sure enough, range 3 is his builder. It doesn't have any kind of active superpowers other than that, though. I mean, aside from his placement, obviously. Oh, maybe he doesn't have enough to place. He's got 3 power, though.
3 power, no advanced R&D, so I don't know if I don't think he's planning to do a move up, hit, and then scalpel her into the middle of his team. Unless he's setting that up for next turn. That's entirely possible that he's going for a long con play here.
Yeah. Oh gosh, they're measuring something serious out already.
They're checking the line of sight, I think, to see if Doctor Strange is going to be able to see her
Right.
if he stands at the end of that template.
Very good point. Um, Ooh, this might be a accuser call.
It's only the second activation, friends. Why are we making it this deep?
I don't know. I think it's that kind of day. This morning I had to intervene on a Facebook chat about whether to use round timers or not, or how do round timers work in a tournament thing. It was kind of silly discussion.
I've been seeing a lot of round and chess clock discussion today. A lot of, well, we shouldn't use chess clocks or round timers. We should just play until we're done, or we should extend time.
Yeah.
And it makes me wonder, have these people been to a convention where you have
Yes.
to get 7 rounds in a day?
Yes. I know. You know, when Facebook, you get all kinds. So you'd have to. That's not an assumption you should make that the people have actual tournament experience. Um, Similarly, on this side of the coin, when you start bringing chess clocks into that conversation, then people be vehemently against them, and then you ask if they've played against with a chess clock in this game, and the answer is oftentimes no. So you're like, okay, hello, what are we
Well,
doing here?
I'll admit, I am an advocate for chess clocks in this game, and I haven't played with a chess clock in this game.
Sure.
But a lot of that is because I don't have a good rule set yet, and I'm waiting for some support so I can also help get some support, like build some support for it.
Yeah. So we've built okay, so Cookie's abandoned the Sorcerer Supreme thing. I guess the line of sight wasn't there, or he felt just like, I gotta get back to the whiskey sooner than later in this game. And instead, he's decided to move Ancient One. He is placing her now on top of this size 3 cargo.
She does have her range 2 hop called Mists of Hogoth.
Perfect. Okay, that's what it is. So he's going to get one attack into her.
He's going to one-shot her. I'm calling it.
Well, he's got a crit and 2 hits. Not bad. Ooh, 1 save so far on Okoye, and 1 possible reroll. He's got
Okoye.
4 hits. Boom! Merzane, you. Oh, taking numbers tonight. Well.
Wow.
You know what it was? Is he distracted Okoye with Sorcerer Supreme, like threatening her, and then just snuck Ancient One up the side, and so Okoye's like, what the hell? Bam!
She was paying attention to the guy that shoots mystical beams, not the woman with the magic fans.
Huggy's pointing out very, very astutely that Ancient One has Pierce, and that crucial wild that she got off the crit let him pierce that 1 save that Okoye got, and so did he re-roll?
Did he not re-roll?
Yeah, I did.
Re-roll.
I'm not sure. All I could say, it might have re-rolled back into a hit, but I couldn't say. But it is possible it rolled back into a hit.
I didn't see a re-roll, and I don't think there's anything stopping, but I'm not sure. There could be something I'm missing where they can't re-roll for some reason.
Yeah.
But what a way to open the game!
Yeah. Wow. Convocation broken. Nerf, please. It's because of the hop. The bloody hop is what did it.
The hop was it ended up being a great play. I wonder if the initial idea was to have both of them make an attack into her, and hopefully the 2 of them could do 4 damage over the course of their attacks.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
That did give our friend a Sam spam move with Iron Man, though.
Yes, thank you. I was just pointing it out. It looks like he moved even further, a bit forward, but also further flanked.
It looks like he reached out, grabbed the hammer, and left.
Ah, yes, the hammer is gone. Yeah. Interesting. Which is a nice setup for him, isn't it? Wow, Sam spam. There you go, folks. Using the affiliation ability, free move, picking up a hammer and moving back. Powerful.
Pat points out he wouldn't be surprised if he took the opportunity to have his model be one-shot so he could use the Sam spam move, and that is a good point. It looks like that's probably is the case, since he did use Iron Man to pick up that hammer.
Yeah. Yeah. And otherwise he has 2, Okoye would have a hammer, so, it pays off either way, maybe. Mm-hmm. It's great to have Pat here giving us some of the color commentary, being an expert Sam's player.
going to opt not to call rolls anymore since I apparently will get it right. I have a 100%
Call rate.
rating in this game already, and I'm not comfortable with it.
All right, we've got Cookies, Baron, Dr. Voodoo going up, grabbing the near hammer, sitting on the incinerate token thingamadoodle, flaming portal, and calling it a day. He's done.
Something I keep forgetting is that Dr. Voodoo's immune to incinerate,
Yeah,
so both their voodoos are not going to have to worry about any negative consequences from their proximity to hell portals.
that's great. Captain America has moved up, grabbed his near hammer, hiding behind the truck, and I bet he's going to stay there. Yep, he's done.
He is, in fact, finished activating.
But he will be incinerated next turn, which you said wasn't something that's so great for him.
It's not the best. If he can keep him hidden... One thing I like about Sam is it feels a little bit like playing War Machine again. He feels sort of like a Warcaster, more so than other leaders do.
Go on.
Where losing him early really hurts. He doesn't lose the game, but it makes the whole idea of your list sort of moot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It feels a lot like you're playing that give and take that you would in War Machine, where you're trying to get use out of your Warcaster and trying not to get them absolutely murdered.
Yeah.
And then Sam does a lot of the same thing. Sometimes it's a little harder to keep him safe in this game with all the movement shenanigans. But
yeah, well, this
he's
is
pretty good at it.
This is why everybody hates, well, not hates, but finds it difficult to play against Sam Spam. Is just the options are so wide; it's very hard to calculate for them. Real quickly, before you respond, Baron Mordo on Cookie side has moved behind the cargo on the left-hand side, so he's weighting his left flank a little bit heavier. And it looks like Christian's activating his war machine.
I think he's trying to force Christian to use that Okoye, or to lose at Okoye first turn of next round. Get the Mordo over there to give the +2 to Ancient One, and also still be in range to support the rest of his team if need be.
That's Mordo you're talking about?
Yeah, Mordo's probably there to support Ancient One.
Got it.
Because he has something like Thanos' Death's Decree.
Okay. Got it. That makes sense. She's got a hammer now, so she'll be able to pop Okoye pretty readily.
8-die piercing mystic attack is going to be very painful.
So, and is it warranting though to, he's waiting so far left just to wipe out Okoye? I guess it clears that flank, I suppose.
It's one more trigger he has to worry about for Sam's leadership later. The more you can get controlled early Sam procs, the better.
Mm-hmm.
The most painful ones are the ones in the middle of an important turn with multiple targets, or when you're not expecting it and the opponent is banking on it.
Right on. Okay, he's Christian's parked War Machine on the far corner of the hauler, showing that he's got access to, with his attacks, to just past the center line, Flaming Portal. So he's controlling the center with War Machine a bit.
Pat pointing out that Sam's super happy to live behind the size 4 the whole game, and I agree. He can sit there and he can chuck shields at people to his heart's content.
There, because he avoids line of sight. This is another suspicious moment. Pat's a savant, is clear. And so designing this map 2 seasons ago in anticipation of Sam Spam I wouldn't put it past him.
He knew. I believe it.
He knew. He's like, this is my Sam Spam map. Nobody will know. And I'll just win harder. Yeah, he admits it. You got me. We got him.
Ladies and gentlemen.
A beverage update from Jonah, another fine TTS season tournament organizer. He is also happens to be drinking tonight a 0% alcohol Guinness. So, endorsement from one of the British natives. We've got Cookie moving his Okoye up again, pushing into that left flank really hard. And it looks like Okoye is in position to protect both Doctor Strange and Baron Mordo if it comes to it. I'm so far seeing a much stronger opening for Cookie if I had to make an estimation.
I definitely think he has a really good aggressive position right now. If he can continue, I think it's going to be really hard for Christian to pull back. But as it currently stands, they're both even on points. So I think what Cookie's going for is the long game.
Yeah, for sure.
Eliminate that Okoye, make him 2 points down. Effective. Let's be honest, it's Okoye. It's really like a 3-point deficit when Okoye is gone.
Yeah. Yeah,
With
and
those same,
also get the. I wonder how the priority works out then, right? Because then they'll have an even number of characters.
it'll be a lot harder to keep priority in that case
For whom?
for Cookie.
Yeah.
If he starts trying to kill people in the Sam team, it becomes a little bit more difficult for him to keep priority. When you're playing into Sam, it's very easy to kill a guy or two and keep it. If you're actually KOing people, it can be a little bit more difficult to hold on to it,
Okay. Fair
especially
enough.
this early.
Yeah. All right.
We have
What is going on here now? I see a measurement. Some cookies kind of taking. He's only got. Who is this fella? His Sorcerer Supreme still to go, which he has to move at this point because it's only Lizard left. Recap: Ancient One has the hammer along with Baron Doctor Voodoo, and it's Captain America and Iron Man who have the hammers on the Christian side.
I'm super interested to see what they're going to do about this middle objective. I think Lizard is an obvious choice to
Yeah, yeah.
plop right down on it.
He's just going to send him in last to take the least amount of damage. Well, no damage actually, because he can go absolutely last in this round. Oop. Okay. So it looks like he double moves Strange up to be within 3 of, so he can attack halfway between the flaming portal in the middle and the one on the Christian's closer side.
Yep, and I think he was intending to position outside of 4 of War Machine, is what it looked like. He did it very quickly, and I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I was just checking what the range of that attack is. He's got beam 3 and a range 4 attack, so not range 5.
It could be a Avengers Assemble move and then attack.
Ah, yes, that's right. Again, more movement shenanigans.
There's
Okay.
also the Rainbow Bridge equivalent, the Astral Ring. It could be
Yeah,
something that he's trying to set up for.
people in the chat are just talking about that. The convocation characters. What?
Sorry,
Go ahead.
that's the one where you make the projection. I'm thinking of a different one.
Oh, okay. No, this is about a projection. So that's what it would be. Is Strange or somebody could make the point of origin of their attacks much further away for Astral Ring, and that could be Sorcerer Supreme in this case.
Another thing it could be, with all these people within range 2, we could be looking for some Book of Cagliostro plays, the one where you can remove activation tokens.
Okay, what's up?
Ghosty, you're correct to me. It's Orb of Agamotto is the one that teleports you like Rainbow Bridge. I've been thinking of this whole game.
All right. So look, at the bottom of the round, we have Christian up by 1 point by virtue of having the center flaming portal. And the question is whether Lizard survives. Now, he is notably tanky. That is his thing. But Pat has given him some ill wishes of chances of him surviving. So let us see how this plays out at the top of round 2. And Cookie has the option of passing. So we'll have to see whether he elects to do that or not. Or is he just going to go ahead and project. Oop, he's checking on Okoye range. Okoye is in bodyguard range as far as I can see. And for Mordo.
I think
Sure.
that's a book measurement. I think he's checking for that activation removal. He has to have 2 people around him within range 3. Oh, it's range 3.
What's the name of it?
Book of Cagliostro.
Okay, here we are. Yes, the chosen characters and 2 others within 3, so he doesn't have to worry. They spend 2 each And then they remove the activated token from the chosen character. Wow. So it's kind of like an all you've got surrogate.
It's kind of like what is it? The cosmic invigoration that
Yeah.
Red Skull has. Without doing damage, that's a really important part. And if you find out that two of your tactics cards are useless and you want it back, you can discard them and have another
Have a
free
go at
activation.
it. Amazing. Um, Cookie's avoided any of his people getting incinerated.
Yes, absolutely no one is incinerated for him, but we
Yeah.
have two incinerates for Christian.
Yeah, so we have Sam Wilson, which doesn't matter too much because that truck is doing all the protecting he needs, and Lizard, which is a bit of a blow if he's meant to be tanking that, but he is still quite strong.
6 health with a reduction, and the healing factor is still pretty difficult to get through.
Still not sure who is going yet. We see a red stick out there, but that doesn't mean anything necessarily. Looks like Cookie is trying to see what a short movement is going to do for War Machine. Cuddle, Ancient One, and Okoye are at the bottom. Alright, so we have some dice rolling happening. Not sure who's attacking though. Any guesses?
I believe this is Ancient One attacking Okoye.
Okay. Alright.
And Ironbound Books of Shumagorath was played.
Thank you. Can you remind us again what does that do?
That is the one where when a Convocation character takes a physical attack, they can force it to be a mystic attack instead.
Okay, got it.
That way they can use their mystic defense and their weird extra defensive tags.
Okay. Ooh, god damn, that's a good hit. Holy mackerel. Six hits. Okoye. No. Sorry, Okoye. Go pick on Morgan Reed down in Australia. You have better luck with him.
Okoye is turbo dead. I think that's the quickest I've ever seen an Okoye leave the field.
Well, folks, now we know what convocation is good for, if nothing else.
Okoye is fine. They don't need to change her.
Yeah.
Confirmed.
Oh, I thought she was gonna. Oh, he was gonna hop, but it looks like Christian's invoking his affiliation ability. And is it Lizard who's gonna get the move? Let's see. Not sure. Yeah. Sploosh is remembering the last game I streamed where Pat made Doctor Strange go all the way to a different continent practically, and looks like Cookie's now done the same for Okoye here. She's heading off to Australia to try her luck there in the circuit. I'm not sure if he's taken that move or not. Doesn't I haven't seen him actually move it yet.
He might be thinking. He might be. I don't know. I don't know what he would move here. Maybe Lizard to get rid of the Incinerate?
Well, he can't, well, sure, to get off the point. Not this round, but next round he could lose it. But
Ironbound Books is going to make a lot of decision making difficult since people like Lizard and Captain America and War Machine are going to have a hard time doing any damage against any of these Convocation characters.
Nice. I'm trying to think. It's a really good card in terms of like pulling like. Oh, you know what I'm thinking of is like the Wakandan card, that shield card that they have, right?
Yes, the one that grants invulnerability.
Yeah, that feels like the same thing here, and a great option here is he lets these guys not be completely out in the wind, but certainly somewhat exposed. But he's got loads of protection now from that card.
Yeah, and it's a little bit better too because a lot of characters like Strange will have abilities against those particular types. I believe. I don't think he's the only one, but I know he's got sort of what Captain Marvel has against energy attacks, against Mystic and energy attacks.
Yeah. So I hope eventually Christian puts a little token on, Avenger token on Lizard, because he did move, not far, a bit closer to Doctor Strange, basically. And then Ancient One used her hop to get on the other side of the little cargo thing. Some dice are being rolled. I'm gonna guess that that's Lizard already attacking Strange.
Lizard into Strange is my guess too.
Yeah.
One success. Ouch.
Well, I don't know. From what I've heard about Lizard, he tanks, and if he does some output, you're happy. But chances are he doesn't.
So Strange got a wild, so he's going to effectively reverse Pierce, turn that crit into a blank, and also gain a power for it, just like Captain Marvel does.
Lovely. So no damage to Doctor Strange, and Lizard is... I guess he's just stunned that one attack and is going to get the hell out of dodge.
Attack and flee does not sound like the worst.
No. Especially as he's incinerated, and I guess he's done his job by taking that point for the first round, getting the victory point. He could make it on top of that cargo container and then get cover.
I'm not sure if he fits. I think he fits up there. I haven't played this map in a minute.
Yeah, I think it's all right.
No.
The thing is Pat likes Lizard Man, so when he was designing this 2 seasons ago or 3 seasons ago, I'm sure he made this big enough for Lizard Man.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. Fact.
Oh, he's just attacking again.
Yeah, he's giving up on that running away idea. Somewhat better. But Cookie's shielding both. Yeah. Cookie's shielding both.
We will get a Lizard Man push, though.
That's handy. And is that just on a hit?
It is on the wild.
On the wild, okay.
Size 3 or less gets pushed away on a wild.
I think that... I think that's a good point. Thank you, sir, mentioning that Lizardman lost the Incinerate because of the affiliation ability when he moved. Good point. Which is going to be crucial. So I think this is quite good for Lizardman. He didn't do much damage, but he did what he needed, which is get rid of the Incinerate via the affiliation ability and then push Supreme back so he's less relevant. But he does expose himself to Mordo, apparently.
He does, and he also won't be able to heal himself until at least next round, which could mean a lot of attacks going into Lizard before he gets a chance to heal.
Yeah, that is the tricky thing about that incredible healing ability that's across the game in a number of different models. It is amazing, but doesn't work until you've activated. And so if you've done it already, you're kind of open season on you.
Yeah, and in Sam, adding on the move heal ability makes it even better when you're removing a third of your total health every turn. Which he's used both of those for Lizard, so he has absolutely no heal support until next round.
Does he have any healing cards? I don't think so. No.
He only has field dressing.
Oh yeah, okay.
Only field dressing, but it's still a great card.
We're being asked about the which convocation leadership is in play. I'm trying to find where Cookie stashed the card.
It is on Baron Mordo. He still has the Moons of Munapor, which is the rerolls on characters that are activated tokens. Strange is making an attack. I believe this is going to be with his Shining Circle of the Seraphim.
Yeah. Yeah. How did he get up there? Did he move up there?
He did. He made a move, or he might have teleported.
Yeah, could have teleported. You have plenty of power for that. Ooh, Lizard Man has taken 3 hits. That's bringing him down to half health. And Chris John very astutely has put his little adventure token on there, so we know he's been used the ability. Cookie had a nice roll. A crit and 3 wilds. Wow. Cookie's dice are helping him out quite a bit. Thank you. He did teleport up. Did 1 attack. I think he's still got 1 to go.
Looks like he's going to measure a teleport for Lizard Man.
How do you mean? Is he going to move that person?
He can teleport enemy characters with his Scalpel of Strange.
Yeah. Amazing.
He looked like he was... I think that's what he's doing.
Yeah. But nobody likes Doctor Strange, Sorcerer Supreme, or on the influential podcasting circuit.
I think that's weird.
A lot of
He's
shade.
great.
A lot of shade. Yeah, but you're not a podcaster. What the hell do you know? I mean, come on.
Not like that anyway. I'm the jank guy. I'm
The
the jank
chick.
guy.
That's right. Yeah, you've been like the antithesis of the conventional wisdom. Right. So
I know.
go ahead.
Oh, nothing.
Yeah,
Nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
Supreme has indeed teleported Lizard closer to Okoye. I'm assuming he's because he had a load of power to do so. Ooh, bad roll. Okay, Cookie, what happened? The dice got very cold just now on that second attack. But he's going to re-roll them all because that's, his OP. That wasn't much better. 2 hits. So Lizard Man took an extra hit point of damage, or wound. He's sitting on 4 out of 6 hit points. Damage done. 4 out of 6. So, not so great, and he's sitting right next to Mordo, who I think is going to molest him. Ooh.
Yeah,
Okay.
Lizard is not enjoying where he's standing.
No. No. But at least he lost the Incinerate. That's something. All right, I guess Christian here is trying to figure out what to do with Iron Man. This how many people can contribute to the Helios? I mean, everybody can, but like, can they do it as much as they want? Like, could Lizard give all 6 over to Iron Man?
He can,
Mm.
and it's an interesting position that Christian's currently in. The more characters he loses, the lower his potential Helios laser bombardment
Right.
can be.
Right.
So it is kind of weird if he suspects Lizard might just be absolutely dead before he can use it. It may not be a bad time to go ahead and use it, even though you'd probably like to use it to KO someone rather than daze them.
Mm-hmm.
Or he could just do a 5-die repulsor blast and hope for the wild to push Strange off the point.
So it's all about scenario points then at this stage, isn't it? Because I think the thing about Sam Spam is it's quite versatile. But would you go the attrition route against Convocation, considering the defenses right now? I'm not sure that's wise.
I think it was such a good turn for Ironbound Books because it's going to be such a good swing turn.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what he does. I think his 2 choices are to try to hold that 1-point lead, get another point lead, and start trying to run away with it, or try to run and just wait this turn out.
Yeah.
I think that for me, Shumagorath, in my experience with Shumagorath, I would just basically have ended my turn, just seceded that middle point. You can have it, and
Yeah.
try to make a comeback on the next one.
Right. Right. Which is what you did against the Wakandan card of equivalent power or ability.
This one is far more annoying.
Yeah. Agreed.
Especially with this Strange. Like you said, everyone. I've heard a little bit of poo-pooing about this Strange, but this Strange gets work done, and he can be very difficult to deal with.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe a few of those podcasters will be watching this game and they can see Cookie at the helm of Sorcerer Supreme.
Rambo, how come they have Helios? He has Iron Man, so he is able to play the Helios laser since it only requires a Tony Stark character.
All right, here we go. Iron Man's tucking himself into range 4 of the Sorcerer Supreme. It's engineers versus scientists here. Here comes the attack.
Just a repulsor blast.
Boo-boo.
Ooh.
Not what he wanted. Yeah. God, is that annoying.
Christian's dice are doing him no favors this
No, he hasn't had any luck. Is the push on a hit? Where is
game.
he?
It is on a wild.
Wild as well. Okay. That's the end of Iron Man. Oh, look at that. Sam Spam is just outside of 4. Supreme is sitting so pretty right now. Do you come out of the little hidey hole or not?
I guess I think if I was in Christian's shoes, I'd be letting Cookie do what he wants this turn and trying to make a comeback next turn. I think this turn is this round's not gonna be in his favor.
Yeah.
Especially if he pushes too hard and he loses too much.
This is where good players really shine insofar as that they'll use this turn to plan. Basically, this turn is all about planning for turn 3. I'm terrible at that. My buddy Sasha here in London, he's fantastic at it. He puts people in all kinds of different places, and you're like, what's going on here? And then the next turn, you get decimated.
Yeah, and that's what I'm anticipating to happen here. Who is attacking? I'm assuming this is Okoye.
Yeah, Okoye's done an extra hit point of damage into Lizardman. He's got 1 left. And hexed him.
No.
Oh,
That
somebody.
was Mordo.
Mordo. Okay, yeah, we did say that, didn't we? That he measured within 2, so it was Mordo doing the attack. And now Lizard is also hexed. Oh, dear. Okay, Mordo's decided to take the point, the back flaming portal, which will leave Dr. Voodoo free to move about. Okoye is still protecting Mordo. So that was Mordo doing 1 attack and 1 move. Now over to Christian.
This is a very difficult situation.
Yeah.
For Christian. It is so hard being in a bad spot and having the patience to not push.
So true. The patience is a fantastic word. I'm terrible at it. I'm always like, oh, all my guys have to be either moving forward or doing damage, and that's just not the case, especially in a game like MCP.
He's measuring Voodoo towards that middle point.
Yeah, he is protected from the incineration, as we mentioned, and Captain America can hold the back point. This would deny the victory point from Cookie, so nobody would get it.
Or force more people into the middle to
take
it from him.
Yeah.
I don't think Mordo and Okoye are all that's left, and neither of them have a way to displace people. Oh no, Dr. Voodoo has a throw for characters.
Oh, ooh, okay. Maybe this is Krishan getting a little bit impatient to do something. Because he's just going to get tossed off that now, isn't he?
Potentially. Dr. Voodoo has to build 2 power to finish it off, so it would have to be an advance, an attack, and a throw. He might not be in range for it. Because it is a range 2 throw. I don't believe he'll be in range, but you never know.
Oh, he's going to try to finish off Lizardman instead.
I think this is a Voodoo attack into Strange.
No, into Lizardman, right?
No, this is Voodoo into Strange, I think. Because Voodoo moved, and now he's getting his attack.
Oh, okay. The stick is just there for other reasons. Okay, fine. Yes. Still, Christian's dice are not really lovely. He's done no damage.
Ouch. And Cookie blanked his wild, so he couldn't get the sap power on Voodoo's attack. Mystic attacks into convocation are hard.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, what is Strange's 5 dice? Yeah, but man, when I throw defense dice, they never like Crossbones. Like he's throwing those 4 physical dice, and like, woo, I could manage this, and it's just blanks and skulls. Like, oh no.
Well, and again, the big thing is mostly that what's it called? The Mystic Armor of Strange, where when he's taking mystic attacks, for every wild he just gets to blank an enemy attack die, and that's what happened against this Voodoo. It was a 3-2, which isn't terrible odds for either of them, and all of a sudden it becomes a 2-2, and you lose your wild ability.
All right, looks like he's going to do the character throw. Throw him into the cargo container, so at least he'll take a damage from that, and he's off the point.
also gets him out of Book of Cagliostro range
Aha.
for some of these characters, I believe.
Yeah.
Now that I know
How
it's
it
a
works.
range 3.
All right. That is the end of Voodoo, so we're left with Mordo, the other Voodoo. Is he attacking Lizard Man straight away? Oh my
I
god.
believe so.
Cookie. This is... we gotta get into the Discord server and do that exclamation point dice command just to prove to the audience that these dice are indeed roll average. And that's a dazed Lizard Man. Wow. And for his second activation, I think it looks like Voodoo is going to, well, maybe move forward, maybe not.
Sam's going to get his leadership first.
Oh yes, we keep forgetting that has to trigger first.
I don't know who you go with.
Yeah, does somebody have Incinerate? Yes, Sam does, but he'll get it back again if he sits there, so it doesn't make a difference. He could boost Sam forward to throw the shield and then be able to move him back.
He could. I think Doctor Strange might be in shield range at this point.
Not even have to move. Okay, fair. Looks like he's going to consider moving War Machine, who has not activated yet. All right, now come on. Where is he going?
Measuring the 1 from.
Yeah.
I believe he's trying to figure out where Voodoo's going to be standing.
Yes, that's true. All right, he is moving behind Sources Supreme in range of the center objective secure.
Probably hoping to get a double beam here.
Mm-hmm. Right. Again, look at that. So there's an out of activation move that kind of really screws up what Voodoo is supposed to want to do.
Dr. Voodoo gets to roll 6 Mystic Defense dice, I believe. Which is 6 against technically physical right now because of the book.
He's got 4 base.
4 base plus 2 with the Brother Daniel token still on him.
Right.
He's going to be really hard to hurt with this War Machine.
Yeah. I wonder if Christian's fallen into that kind of red mist thing where he's trying to do stuff on a turn he really shouldn't be.
It can also be really tempting when you have, one of your characters gone and another character dazed halfway into round 2 to really want to try to make that deficit up.
Yep, that's what it is.
He is pretty behind right now in terms of damage output. He's done 2 total damage to the enemy team.
Yeah.
And he's taken 14.
Right.
So he's got a lot of ground to cover.
So if things stand as they are, Cookie will have more points this time. So it'll go to 7-6. Is that right? No. 4, 5, 6, 7.
If this Voodoo moves up,
yeah,
it will be a tied score, putting us at 7-6. Because if he moves Voodoo up, neither will score the portal as it stands if he doesn't move someone onto that portal.
Right.
That was a great throw by the Dr. Voodoo to get Dr. Strange out of book range.
Yeah, that was good.
I think that's what Cookie was banking on. I think he was going to do that. And once Lizard's out of the picture, Brace is no longer a necessary card. And if he's far enough ahead, Field Dressing is no longer necessary. So that's 2 easy ditches to refresh Astral Ring.
Wow.
Or, excuse me, the book.
Yeah.
Or his Astral Ring if he doesn't feel like he needs it.
I don't think Cookie has made the cut yet in any seasons, which is really odd. But there you go.
Did he make it last time? I thought he made it once or twice.
Or maybe
I don't remember.
if he did, he must have crashed out round 1. But he's doing well here. This is week 5. I have to adjust the title of the stream. Week 5. Made semis week 3. Thank you, Sploosh. All right, we got another attack coming in.
This is probably War Machine and is strange.
Okay. Okay, roll.
No! Again!
Blank
Again, that
Yeah.
armor of the Sorcerer Supreme! It's absolutely killer for him.
This happened to me with the normal Doctor Strange. I was playing against Coddle in London, and I had my Sin 7 list going. Dark Rain, Sin, Crossbone, dual activation into him. Boom, 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 boom. Nothing. Tanked the whole thing.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was ready to walk out of the shop. It was just awful. Still no damage, it looks like. War Machine, yeah, nothing.
I am so sorry, Christian.
Yeah.
It's a this is definitely a rough round.
Yep. And this is where it comes down to how the competitive players not tilting at tournaments. These are the instances here where keeping you cool so you can carry on and still rescue the game. It's hard. It's a very hard emotional skill to master.
Yeah, it really is. We luckily in the online league, you've got the ability to be comfortable in your own home.
Yeah.
You're sitting down in a nice, cool or warm, whichever you prefer, building in a comfy chair.
Right.
Sometimes at a convention, you don't have that luxury. Sometimes it's a very uncomfortable, hot experience where you're standing most of the day and it's round 6 and things stop going your way and tilt really sets in.
Yeah.
But even in a situation like this, especially when the game feels like it's running away, it can still be really hard, even if you're practiced to not lose your cool.
Okoye has moved up. This is Cookie's Okoye moved up into the center, contesting that secure. Some sort of measurement thing happening here. Oh, I guess they were checking how far away it was. Anyhow, looks like Okoye is moving a second time to contest the center, but also provide support to Doctor Strange, who doesn't really seem like he needs it, but okay. Next turn, I guess, a different story without that card being active.
Well, also, Okoye is right where she wants to be, right in the middle of a bunch of people who are going to throw physical attacks at her. I think this is Sam into Okoye.
Okay. Not so great again.
He gets the ricochet.
Yeah, that's something. Two hits only. She saved one. Is that the reroll now?
Two.
Yeah, and saves it.
Oh no.
Yeah. Does gets the bleed on her. Okay. Second attack.
Or is it War Machine?
Must be War Machine.
Maybe Sam might have been Sam was the last activation. This is War Machine.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Ooh, there we go. That's a bit of a hit. 4 hits.
This is War Machine.
2 crits. Yeah, War Machine into Okoye.
This one's a strange. This is a beam. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, great. Thank you. Well, that's handy. Of course, Okoye has the
2 wilds.
Oh
my gosh. How does he do it?
It's a bleed, at least. That was 1 attack then, right? So shouldn't he have another, or is he going to try to contest there? Yeah, and try to keep the points going. Yeah.
I need to ask Cookie how he rolls so many wilds. It's got to be a technique in the wrist. Oh, I see what he's trying to do. I think
Tell me.
He's measuring out for a field dressing on his lizard, so his lizard doesn't just get totally wrecked.
Let's see. War Machine needs. Oh, he's got 4, right? That's enough.
Yep, he got just enough from that attack to be able to move over and do it.
Brilliant. So he's going to spend his second activation moving. Yeah, he's got the range for it, no problem. Yeah, Sorcerer Supreme is trash, Nick. Pay attention to school, okay?
I have a feeling if Sorcerer Supreme continues the amount of work he's been putting in, we'll hear some good flaunting from Cookie about how good Sorcerer Supreme is to the even though the other people haven't said as much.
I see one of the podcasters trying to defend their position, mentioning that the books weren't available when they did their review of Sorcerer Supreme. So maybe that's what it was. All right, Christian, commit, man. Let's see this happen. You got nothing to lose because it's at the bottom of round 2.
This game,
Yeah,
potentially.
Yeah, it's it.
And these are both undefeated, right?
Yes, correct. That's what we're streaming.
Okay. So yeah, we still have. You've got a safety net. You can go 5-1. You just got to win your next one if this doesn't work out.
That's it. Yes, that's right. You get 1 safety. All right, Christian. I guess it's a big move for him. He's taking his time, considering the angles. Trying to
This is definitely more aggressive than I had anticipated it being this round.
Christian, you mean, altogether?
Yes, I anticipate him to be a little bit more passive this turn to wait out the iron books, but I think he's making the most of it. Maybe he's considering another beam opportunity, but he can't see Mordo if that's what he's going for.
I don't know. He's really thinking it through. He's still. I mean, fixing Lizard seems really sensible. All right, let's talk about the opposite. Like, what is the downside to reviving Lizard now?
I guess he just dies again, but at least he's still going to be. That'll trigger Sam again, and keep your character, alive for at least another round. But it does get him another point in the middle, but it does also incinerate War Machine, which could be a problem. And it does move War Machine a little bit closer to everyone. And that could be what he's considering is, does he want to put him on the point incinerated in front of a bunch of wizards?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
He will be in range of there's nowhere you can stand that's not going to be in range of Voodoo.
Yeah, but what does he do with Lizard Man now? Let's say he revives him. Does he just run him away?
Maybe he starts throwing people and being an absolute nuisance in the back line
Yeah.
to hope to trigger more Sam spam moves.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the thing that I think is going to be a little weird for Cookie, is that if he does go for the Lizard first and get it, that's going to be one attack into Lizard, and then all of a sudden someone's moving.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what the chat is agreeing to. All right, here we go. I guess it was just a question of where he wanted War Machine. So War Machine is outside of Incinerate range, I would wager.
Yes, they won't. No one will score the middle point, but War Machine will not be incinerated.
Right. Okay, wakey wakey. Come on, Lizard Man. Snap out of it. He's awake.
Alternatively, if he doesn't kill Lizard, Lizard can move with the Sam leadership, activate and heal another, and be at half health instead of almost dead.
He is flush with power right now.
He's gonna go on a rampage. Or allow Iron Man to unleash the God Laser.
Ooh.
The Spirit Bomb, as I've been calling it.
The Spirit Bomb.
Lend me your energy.
All right, I am very curious now. This is really interesting. Let's see what's up with Lizard Man. He could simply score the middle point.
Well, he is activated. He did activate. He made 2 very useless attacks into Doctor Strange.
Oh, did it happen already? Gosh, that so.
So this is It was a very long time ago. There's been a lot of characters between now and
Oh,
then.
God. Okay. We are at 7-6. Still to Christian. Holding on to that 1 point lead. We have Cookie with pretty banged up now, finally, Sorcerer Supreme, who's also bleeding. And we have Okoye on fire and bleeding.
Neither of those things are things that Christian is upset with on Okoye.
Just checking the convocation card is still Moons of Manpur, apparently, on Mordo. All right, looks
Doctor Strange is... I think Doctor Strange is going for Sam. Shouldn't Mordo be incinerated? If he is within range 1, I'm not sure if he is.
Looks
He
like
is
he
within
should be,
range 1.
yeah. Does he have an immunity?
He does not.
All right, we've had Strange use his teleportation ability to pop himself on top of that truck. I bet you Sam didn't expect that. And now he's laying one attack in, 2 crits, casual crits, and 2 more hits on top of it. That's 5 hits. Everyone at home, if you can borrow Cookie's dice, feel free to ask him for them. Because he has now one-shotted Sam, who's dropped the hammer, which the doctor very happily picks up. Sorry, did you say Mordo was immune to incinerate?
He is not. He should be incinerated.
Yeah. All right. Beyond that, maybe one of the accusers could pop in there and rectify that situation. It means Strange has now got another attack. God.
Did Christian decide not to use his Sam leadership? Maybe?
I think so, because I don't see who everyone else is in the same position. War Machine, Iron Man, yeah. Lizard Man, yeah, he didn't for some reason. You would have thought he put it on Lizard Man, right?
I'm not sure.
So
Thinking about where he wants to do.
oh, okay, maybe that's what it is now. We're waiting for Christian to do his affiliation move. Yes, that would make sense as to why this isn't progressing. Or it might be just time wasting, like Facebook likes to say. It's all people using time wasting to their advantage. Awful, horrible. Yeah.
He's using a lot of time on this chess clock. It's going to really hurt his opponent. That's always been the thing that gets me is I've seen arguments about how it promotes stalling.
Right.
And I'm not sure how that clicks.
How do you mean?
I've seen people say that they don't like chess clocks because it helps promote...
Oh, that doesn't make sense at all. No, I saw that too. I was like, what's going on here? This is 100% exactly what they're, designed to stop. Right, okay.
Yeah,
just real quick, we had Lizardman remove his condition, remove a hit point, and moved himself just a bit closer to that truck.
And closer to Strange.
Oh dear.
Deadly Daggers of Davaroth.
Davaroth, yikes.
Dave.
With a hammer in possession, no less.
Or is he teleporting somebody? He might be teleporting someone.
Who knows with Cookie? He's making his choices now.
He spent a lot of power.
Yeah.
I guess he must be doing the area attack.
Oh my God,
Oh,
Cookie!
wow.
Cookie, this is really egregious. We're gonna have to check your CPU, sir, because I don't know what's going on. Oh, this isn't.
That's a lot of hits.
Oh dear, that was Iron Man.
I think Iron Man lives. He only takes 3.
Wow.
Which is fine.
Wow.
But Doctor Strange heals himself, like he does.
Yeah, healed himself a point. Now he's only at 3 hit points. And
To Brother Voodoo.
Yeah.
Or rather, poor roll from Voodoo.
Oh, lordy. I really... I hope people get some value out of how Cookie played Convocation against Spam, because that's the whole point of this. We wanted to see how to play against this, but I think it's going to be overlooked by, or overshadowed, I should say, by how much the dice have been helping him as well.
I won't say that's not been the only factor, but it has been a very big factor. It has not hurt him in the least.
No, no. I mean, I think people will get some theoretical movements of Cookie. You know, they're very valuable. What he did there, regardless of the dice. I mean, the kind of opening plays and he did is be valuable. It's just that we don't really see a good response from Sam Spam, in part because of these wild dice swings.
Yeah, a lot of the conceptual things that Cookie is doing are very good into Sam Spam. He's playing his cards correctly, and just also getting further rewarded by Marvel's inherently swingy dice.
That's right. That's right.
Sploosh says Cookie wears a wizard hat while he plays.
I
Typical his dice.
Okay.
I'm not sure who you activate next as Christian. There's a lot of choices.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I mean, he's got everybody on the table except for Sam, who isn't that important aside from scoring that point.
This is a 5 dice attack into a Koye, I'm assuming, for no damage. I'm assuming this is War Machine. Oh my goodness.
Oh, God. This is annoying.
This is really unfortunate. 2 rerolls.
Nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Poof. This is Christian taking a moment to recover from all that.
I wonder if this is a Dr. Voodoo play, because he looked at his All You've Got.
Did he? Okay.
He's also looking at Bitter Rivals.
Hmm.
Bitter Rivals would have been a great... Oh, this is All You've Got. This has to be Brother Voodoo.
Yep.
Yep, it is.
Yep. Cool.
That's a bold move.
I guess he's got to pull out something here. He's trying to make something happen.
There's a roll.
Finally! Christian, go ahead and get us another roll. Get us another hit. Come on, buddy. No. 5 hits. Cookie gets the reroll. Meh.
2 skulls fitting for this Okoye who has now perished.
All right. That's something. And who else has he got? Strange on the truck. Now he's got cover, doesn't he? Well, no, it might be within 2.
No,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's within 2 because he got the he got smacked by the area attack.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Voodoo is here to get some revenge, I hope. He
Let's
could
see.
do the Staff of Legba.
Legba. Papa Legba is a great Talking Heads tune for all you kids out there.
Staff of Legba. Let me read this one again real quick.
Okay.
Loses 1 for each while. Target character suffers a damage, but does not gain power suffered for damage suffered as a result. Okay. So, if he does a builder, he could sap power, potentially. But if he does the Staff of Legba for every wild he rolls, he will just remove a power from Strange and do an extra damage to Strange. So, that could be good.
Yeah.
Looks like he's just doing a builder, though. 5 on 5. No wilds from Cookie, please.
2 hits. 2 saves. Wah, wah.
We have a wild from Brother
Christian.
Voodoo,
Yeah.
which means that he will get a power, which then means he could put the Brother Daniel token on
Strange.
Strange. When he dazes, does the Brother Voodoo token come, or the Brother Daniel token come back?
Sure
I'm
enough.
assuming not, because he is putting it on Strange.
The hammer drops, and Iron Man's right there.
I believe Iron Man is going to have 2 hammers.
Well, all right, Christian, that's something. That's more like it. It's more entertaining. QTR normal service resumed. Woohoo! Thank you,
That's
Shane.
really annoying for Strange because now Strange is going to get incinerated without any of the benefits of being
Yeah.
on the objective.
Ooh, why is Iron Man moving over there?
This might be Avengers Assemble.
Oh. Yep. No. Card's still white anyway.
Or a pass.
Thank you, Shane, for recognizing my deep track call out. He's one of the brethren. Shout out to Connecticut MCP players.
Oh, it was the Sam Spam movement.
Oh, well, because of
the
the all you got.
fees.
Yeah, cool. Of course. So that means Iron Man moved on top of that hammer, didn't pick it up, and healed himself. So he's down only 2 hit points out of 5. Done to him.
Let me read Helios Laser. So here's something really interesting about the Helios Laser.
Right.
It will increase the amount of power people have to pay to help Tony pay for to add extra dice, including himself. But Tony doesn't actually have to spend any amount of power himself to fire the laser. So if all of his teammates are flush with power and he has, I don't know, 2 hammers or 3 or more, it doesn't cost him any extra to make the big attack, and he only gets the upside.
So he doesn't. So if he contributes power to it, he doesn't have to pay more.
He does have to pay more if he contributes, but he doesn't have to contribute.
Right. Fair. Got it.
Because any number of characters during his activation can pay, but he doesn't have to pay. He just gets to use it.
Now, but his hammer does also increase the power of the attack as well.
Yes, that's what I was saying is
Yeah.
he gets all the benefits of having a hammer on one of these kinds of attacks without
Sure.
having to worry about the detriment of paying extra power.
All right, I'm very glad for this, because Ancient One was off screen for the most part because she's in no man's land over there. But now she's placing herself, looks like, to get back into, or he's thinking about it anyway. It looks like he's trying to get her back into play.
Ancient One fulfilled her destiny by absolutely murder-facing Okoye and walking away with a hammer.
Let's see, I guess Cookie might have changed his mind about that one.
The Brother Voodoo play, I think, was a little surprising to him. Probably didn't anticipate
All you
being
got.
told no.
Yeah.
Voodoo effectively dealt with 2 characters on his all you got turn, so it's well worth, I think.
Yeah. Especially since he's right in the middle, so the chances are he's going to get beaten up now. Although he's still he's got his Spirit Brother with him, so he'll tank some.
He'll have to recall it. It's currently sitting on Strange.
Oh yeah, that's right, of course. How much does that cost to do that?
I think 2.
Okay, and
Recalls.
you could do it reactively, right? So, what? Like as soon as you get hit.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So yeah, he'll get it back. He's got 5.
He has 0. He spent all 5 power to.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Beg your pardon. Yes, he's got service. So yeah, he needs to take some damage first. But yeah. Yeah, but he's dazed. He's out of the picture.
He's dazed for now.
Yeah.
Which is potentially bad because next round he'll have 1 power, no priority, and Dr. Voodoo sitting in the middle of the table without his Daniel token.
Yeah.
Unless he can call it for free. I think he can call it
at the top of the turn. Yes, you can.
Yeah, he can move it back.
Yep.
So he'll have that decision he has to make.
Okay, Cookie is moving Ancient One into the center of the table within 2 of Lizard Man, so she's going to do some bad things to Lizard Man now.
I don't think Lizard has deserved any of the punishment he's been given.
Yeah, he kind of Sam like bamboozled him, his little monkey brain, and said, "Go in the middle there. I'm sure it's fine." And so he's just dawdled up there.
My goodness. He increased the amount of dice with Baron Mordo.
Yeah, I was gonna say because
And rolled one.
Oh! Oh my god. Casual 6 damage. That's it for Lizard Man. Okay. Cookie stop. Yeah. Because I want a cookie stop. I know. So we get the Sam affiliation movement now.
I think unless something strange happens, now we're looking at Christian with priority.
Yeah. Question is, what are you going to do with it?
Kill Strange would be my bet. Or try at least.
Yeah. All right. We have War Machine looking at... Oh, so he's using Sam movement on War Machine. He stays within one of the Flaming Portal and currently has no damage and no status conditions. Okay, so that was the end of that activation. Cookie is looking at activating Mordo and going in deep onto trying to rescue Doctor Strange.
Do we ask, does he Helios Strange? Probably not this turn. I don't see any reason to use Helios this turn.
No.
I think if anything, he might do a double repulsor blast into him. It's set up for a really good Helios laser next turn, using roughly 10 power from Lizard. And that would completely, hopefully, remove Doctor Strange from the table.
All right.
5-9 attack into someone.
A Cookie still.
It's gotta be War Machine with his
Yeah.
physical attack.
Yeah. Got that wild again. And a bleed. All right, so Doctor Strange is on 4. He's taken 4 out of 6 hit points of damage. Is
I wonder
bleeding.
if Strange took his bleed damage, because he was bleeding before.
Mm.
Unless he removed it. He might have removed it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, he removes it with Shining Circle.
Mordo moves up. Now is contesting the center.
Oh, this is going to be an Orb of Agamotto, maybe. Or whatever it is. Book of Cagliostro, that's what it is.
Book of
There's a lot of different weird names.
Spend to remove the condition from Doctor Strange Sorcerer Supreme.
Oh my goodness, is he trying to do it? Is he trying to reactivate Strange?
How would be the Book of Cagliostro?
The Book of Cagliostro.
Oh, okay.
It would just requires Mordo and Voodoo to get within range 2.
That's right. You need 2 people, don't you?
Iron Man probably considering his options. He has 2 hammers. That's 6 die repulsor blasts or 7 die homing rockets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Strange, I don't think he'd survive that.
I don't know.
Yeah. Ooh, you get a little marker thrown down. I forget which podcast it was. They mentioned the show No Whammies, or it was a game show. I forgot the name of it. Just trying to remember. It was No Whammies, and I remember that show. It used to be on at lunchtime when I was on summer vacation as a kid.
I think it was called No Whammies.
Is it just No Whammies? I remember the contestants go, big money, big money, big money, no whammies.
Press your luck.
Press your luck. There he is. Thank you.
I watched a documentary about a man who cheated that show, and they had to change how they did the boards because he learned the boards.
Oh.
And won a ludicrous amount of money on that show.
Yeah. All right, so Iron Man has picked up that second hammer. Is he gonna Now attack. Press your luck. Yeah, exactly, Kremelos. Come on, Iron Man, press your luck. No whammies.
I think he just has 2 homing rockets. I don't think he bothers with the repulsor blasts.
What are they?
That's
2?
seven.
They cost 2. Yep, sure enough. He's just spent 2 power. And
Oh, he's doing a Friday AI repulsor blast.
uh,
Oh, no, he's thinking about it.
He changed his mind.
Is this just a
straight?
bare-bone
Yeah.
repulsor?
Wow, he's going raw dog.
This is risky.
He's got 2 extra ham. Oh
my gosh!
Oh, he got a whammy. He got a whammy.
I'm so sorry, Christian. You didn't deserve any of this.
And Cookie even rolled his shield. You know, he could have. Krabalaus with the amazing trivia about Press Your Luck game from the 70s or when the heck it was. All right.
7 dice homing rockets.
Come on now.
That's a much better roll.
Well, only because it's been so terrible. It was mediocre. But yeah, okay. So he's done 3, 5, 5, and now here's Cookie, casual 3 shields, boom, or 3 crits.
Oh my god!
Christian, go home. Just go home. Son of a bitch. Oh my goodness. Mercedes, has your mind exploded or what's going on in Alabama there?
I'm so sad. I've never felt this kind of grief for a person playing this game like this. I think that was an absolutely crucial roll, and it did not happen.
Yeah, Cookie's not playing fair. I guess Cookie's like, I'm getting into this damn playoff season. I'm getting into the finals.
Triple crit shield. The only way it could have been any more insulting is if there was any amount of wilds in that roll. So, well, no, it's not physical. So it's not energy. So.
You know, at this point, you should just roll those crits just to see just how ridiculous it could have gotten. Oh, Lord.
I think we see a Book of Cagliostro, and that might be all it takes to swing this game.
Yeah, that's going to break the back of it, this camel.
My gosh. That was really unfortunate. I feel so bad for Christian here. Paritis bringing up some deep wounds for Sploosh in the chat. Thank you for that.
Okoye casually dodging a size 4 truck. Yeah, brilliant.
I believe it was also the Monument to Dale table.
Yeah.
It's true.
It's the monkey's paw of NashCon. Yeah, I think next week's podcasts will all be able to say that the easiest way to beat Sam Spam is just to roll like a boss.
Accurate. No one to score Cookie's back point, but I don't think that matters when he's going to
crush the other side.
Yeah.
That's right. Cookie still thinks he's playing Thanos Black Order, and he's gotten confused.
Chewie, I have to agree with you. Chewie says, I seriously believe he will whip on the Helios. That's probably true, if I had to make a guess.
All right. We should. It would be a shame not to see at least one Helios go off this game.
Oh no! Oh no!
Brother Voodoo.
Voodoo!
He threw Nathaniel on the Helios wielder.
Oh, that was rude. You didn't need to do that.
That's Cookie. Cookie's got him on the ground and now he's giving him the business.
Why does Cookie not play kick him while they're down? That needs to be his profile picture. He doesn't even need to reactivate Strange. He just
No.
walked in, had someone possess Iron Man, and called it a day.
So that screws up some points too for Christian to salvage, despite all the
Yes.
bloodshed.
That's going to
Mordo's
be
sitting
no
on
points.
3 hammers. Ooh, yeah, sorry, beg your pardon. It was no points for Christian. All to Cookie. So he's got Cookie's 10-7 going into round 4.
This is tough. I don't see many routes to victory for Christian unless he really brings it on this activation.
Merzane, I was just thinking, between rounds, you know how, at least in old days, I don't know now, but in boxing, they'd have a woman in a bikini walking around with a round card for everybody to see. Yeah. So in female boxing, do they bring a male guy in, like, tight tights out?
I would hope so.
You think, right?
That would be incredible.
I would love to know that. If anybody knows about professional female boxing.
Or women's UFC.
Yeah.
That kind of deal.
Who, or maybe they don't do that in male boxing now. Maybe they figured out that maybe that's not cool, and stopped it. I don't know.
Or do they just have a woman come out? I mean, that honestly would not surprise me.
Yeah.
If they just had
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise
a more
me.
scantily clad woman walk out to show the round timer, the round clock.
Yeah. Okay. Who's activated after all that distraction?
I don't know who this is.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attack. So maybe Voodoo.
This is someone into Strange. 1 damage. Strange finally dies. UFC still does ring girls.
Yeah.
That was a Helios laser. He flipped Helios laser.
Oh my god.
Or he's doing it now. No, he's doing it now. Okay.
Okay. That's much more sense. Yeah, here it comes.
Oh goodness, here we go.
Oh, who's getting it now? Is it Voodoo?
It's got to be Voodoo. How much dice is he going to put into this?
He's got Voodoo there sitting on 3 hammers.
Lend me your energy, friends. Christian needs it. Everyone put your hands up for Christian.
Yeah.
Lend him your energy.
Come on. Send the dice gods praise. Hands in the air. Like you just don't care. Come on. Press F if you've got your hands up.
Oh, that's so many dice. 17 dice.
17 dice?
I'm presuming Brother Voodoo. Oh!
Yes! Yes!
Good roll.
Twitch chat! You totally did it. You totally did it. Look at all the F's and the booms. Boom.
Those F's have turned into paying respects for Brother Voodoo. Respectfully, Christian opts not to roll his 4 crits in.
That is a respectful roll. Has enough power to pick up those hammers. Sumo 3. He missed one. There we go.
He can pick up 2, so the other one's got to go somewhere else.
Oh, right. Okay, so maybe Sam gets one.
Here's the sad part. Cookie still has field dressing.
Ugh, you had to kill our Buzz. Thanks for saying.
Well, okay. So, I think after this play, we might see the comeback. That was 2 dazes.
Yeah, of strong characters.
2 very good characters. We could see this turnaround now.
Christian, this is when the adrenaline is in full effect, right? When something like this happens to you when you're behind, after you've been behind.
And I imagine Cookie has the plan to come in and ruin that.
That's the thing. Some reverse tilting could be happening here, but Cookie, he is relaxed, super relaxed.
I can imagine Cookie with the biggest grin on his face right now saying, I thought you would do that.
That was my plan.
Blue says he will feel bad for Cookie if he loses this.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I can understand that, but I also feel like if this is how I also feel bad if this is how Christian goes out.
Okay, it looks like Ancient One is going after Lizard Man again, since she's so good at it. Incinerate's going everywhere. Oh, they forgot to. That's what it was. They forgot to put him down probably at the top of the round. Right. So this is Ancient One.
Oh, Lizard!
Yeah.
Lizard decided he wants to live.
Yeah, he's
And
figured
they
out
go-
Ancient One. He's like, you no more have that book. I eat you now.
Nice. 1 damage and 1 damage only into our giant scaly friend.
Yeah, who hasn't activated and still get his healing factor.
He does have another attack. Tragically. But not enough to do an astral strike. Not enough to do a spender. So we're just going to see another builder here, most likely.
Yeah, I mean, oh, he gets a stagger. That's not good. Freaking Ancient One. You thought she didn't do much, and then she throws the stagger up. Man,
What's the stagger from?
I don't know, but he's got stagger. Did she
Something's
check her
stagger.
check her his attack or her superpowers? I mean, it was Ancient One for sure.
I see Pierce. I don't know where the stagger came from.
Interesting. Anybody in Twitch chat figure that out? The spender staggers, apparently.
Did he use the spender, I guess?
Well, okay. I asked you what's on the card, not what.
Okay, it's on the spender. So he did use the spender.
Yeah, he definitely spent points. Yeah, I thought it might have been to jump, but I was lost. Yeah, all
Okay.
good. She's got loads of power. Yeah, from wiping out Okoye. So this is another attack. That's more like it, Cookie. Let's get back into form. 4 hits.
Baron Mordo strike.
Ooh, 5 hits altogether. And knocks out Lizard Man.
5 hits kill? 5. It should do 3 damage. Right? No, it pierces. Excuse me.
Pierce.
No, that's a dead lizard.
Out. Oof. Sad.
I totally missed that the. Honestly, part of it was I was looking for the stagger symbol on the card, forgetting that that's not how it works.
Yeah, I totally get it. Dude, I do that all the time. I wish they
I'm not
would use a
seeing
little
the
symbol.
symbol anywhere.
Yeah, where's the symbol? It doesn't say anything about symbol. It says right there in English. I only speak in emojis, man. Okie doke. Is that War Machine just moving outside of 2? So avoid martial artist. And I guess just using 1 attack against her? That's kind of sad. Oh no, what it was is the darn, I keep forgetting, it's the affiliation move. War Machine used the affiliation move.
He should also not be incinerated, but I don't know if he's remembering that.
Mm-hmm. Good point. Ancient One has moved more to the action and staying within 3 of Baron Mordo.
Is that a May? Just get removes 1, removes 1.
He's done it now. He's done it now. He remembered.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So that would be a very unfortunate thing to forget and not be able to go back and do
Yeah.
if it was not mandatory.
Okay. Another attack now coming in.
This one's going to be into a Koye, most definitely.
Hitting a crit. Added more blanks, naturally.
The blanks don't help him now. He'll take a damage.
Yeah. Koi moving him forward. Is that part of a new affiliation ability?
Oh, he flipped the affiliation.
Yeah.
So anytime an allied character suffers damage from an enemy effect, after the effect is resolved, you may place it within one of its current position. It can only be placed once by this leadership.
Okay.
Per round, I believe. Was it per round or per turn? Per turn. So that's 3 damage into Mordo. It's pretty good.
Yeah. That was good.
I did not realize that he had flipped the
Yeah, card. Yeah, I should have double check that all the time. Okay. That was War Machine. Doesn't have the tick mark yet, so
He has one more attack. That was his first beam.
Okay,
He'll have
right.
another
He moved
another
off to the affiliation ability, exactly. So I should be able to do this. But and I assume, yeah, Okoye could bodyguard it.
I think that's what he's anticipating, is that there'll be a bodyguard for it.
Mm-hmm. Getting rid of Okoye wouldn't be a bad thing, though.
It'll be hard being interface with martial artists in a physical attack.
Mm. Hmm.
War Machine's sitting on a lot of power.
Yeah. Yeah, what has he got in his bag of tricks? Anything good that he could use that power with?
So if Baron Mordo places too close, he could do his Avengers Assemble now, move back, grab the hammer, shoot rocket pods.
Hmm.
That'd be neat. Maybe not good, but it'd be neat.
So it looks like he's taking the beam out of... Well, he's making the beam cost Christian a damage on his Dr. Voodoo. I'm not sure if Mordo is still within Okoye range. Probably is. Oh, here we go. Oh, no.
Outside of the field dressing. So Okoye will have to move to field dressing.
Hmm. Is it because the color's not changing? Is that why you're saying that?
The color is red.
Yeah, okay.
Laser precision thanks to the TTS mod.
Okay. Oh, sorry. So what else could War Machine do here with his power?
I think he has to make a decision of who he wants to go into. I don't know if Okoye is within 2 of Mordo. Probably is still. If not, he could do a spender into him.
Mm-hmm.
Or he could Avengers Assemble and get the beam on both anyway.
Oh, right. Avengers Assemble, sure. Does he have power for it? He does.
He is still within 3, so a spender is on the table.
Mm-hmm.
If Okoye is not sitting within 2.
Yeah, really hard to say. I'd say it's out, but really hard.
I always just assume it's in.
I know, me too.
It's like Reach and War Machine. Like that 2 inches was always way bigger than you'd anticipate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's 3 inches, so it's even bigger. Some deliberation, which is good. I think this is a really important turn for Christian. He's kind of teetering.
Oh, they might be calling an accuser. Maybe. I mean, this is a big pause, so that might be the case. I wonder if somebody will go into the rescue. Let me see. I'm going to move this down so we can see. No, they're thinking about it some more. I don't see somebody jumping into the room, so.
I didn't get a ping either.
Right.
I'm an accuser, so I would get a ping if they.
Oh, really? Right. I see what you mean. Yeah. Cool. Gotcha. Got one hammer hanging out on its own next to Iron Man. And Sam could pick it up, I think. Maybe not. I'm hoping that they agreed with it is the case, because that token's on a weird angle.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if you can place the token like that, but if they both agreed to it,
Yeah, exactly.
have at it, friends.
Yeah, that's right.
That's something I think a lot of people kind of forget about in a lot of these games is a lot of the time, if both players agree to something, even if it's maybe a bit of a stretch, a lot of the time you just let them do it.
Oh, as a former TO myself in many different games, if I heard that at the table, then it's settled for me. You know what I mean? Like, there shouldn't be any question about it.
The rules are there to stop disputes. So if there is no dispute, there's really no reason to stand in the middle and say, no, you can't enjoy the game the way you would like to.
Yeah. Yeah, so they're checking it out now, though, which is a little sad that this wasn't predetermined, so we'll see. Looks hella close. But, it's on an angle, guys. I don't know. In these instances, I tend to I lock the thing in place above the board. So you just use the shadow.
Yeah, I'm worried that the token is actually stuck at that angle for the remainder of the game. I've had that happen a couple times where it
Oh,
just
okay.
would not lay flat anymore.
Right, right. I guess they're still talking about it. This is another instance when the accuser has to show up. Where's Abby when you need her? Looks like all you've got has been played.
It's Avengers Assemble.
Oh, is Avengers? Oh, next to it. Sorry, looked at the wrong card. Yes, Avengers Assemble. Thank you. So yeah, maybe he's lining up that beam like you were suggesting.
One from Cap, one from War Machine. Voodoo.
Interesting.
Voodoo an Avenger? Is Voodoo an Avenger?
Okay, hasn't moved him just yet, but yeah.
Yes, Dr. Voodoo's an Avenger. I didn't know that. My brain.
Man, Sam spam getting even worse by the moment.
I
Worse
guess that makes sense. I just hadn't considered it.
He seems like a nice fellow. Why shouldn't he be in the Avengers? And he's moving War Machine up into beam range, staying outside of Incinerate, looks like. A question about the bodyguard, though. And Captain America also moves to grab, for sure, that token. Some dice now.
For another beam.
Here we go.
Okoye.
Is it Koi first?
Ouch. I'm assuming so.
Only 2 dice because she's incinerated, yeah.
Ouch.
Well.
Oh, damn it.
Oh my god! Twitch chat! You gotta get up the Vive engine. Rev it back up. That was bullshit.
Mordo. Oh!
Oh,
This could be a dazed Mordo.
Mm.
It is!
Amazing! Amazing! See, Twitch chat, you put up your hands and it worked. It worked. This is the same reason that COVID can travel through the internet, as everybody knows. It has something to do with the will of the people.
I just thought it was people not washing their hands before they get on the computer.
No, you're mistaken. It's COVID traveling through the copper wires.
This is the exact kind of turn Christian needed to really get back in this game.
And it's been pretty ugly, I have to say. If he did it, it's working, but it hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, he has fought tooth and nail to get to this point.
Yeah. By rights, Okoye should be out of the picture. And she can go still, and she's going to throw 2 of those spenders, and it's going to be ugly.
I think he's got a choice of whether he tries to go for the War Machine here, or if he tries to get in field dressing range of Strange. I think, or if he tries to go for Voodoo.
Good question.
Jonah, we don't like the will of the people in the UK. Is it like 51% of people? Was that what it was? I don't remember. I'm from America. I don't know.
You are the people. All right, an attack anyway. On whom?
I'm assuming Brother Voodoo. Oh no, this is 5. Yeah, it's gotta be Brother Voodoo, right?
But who's he attacking?
Yeah, sure.
Got 2 saves, whoever it is.
Oh, yeah. This gotta be Brother Voodoo. Or War Machine?
Yeah,
Did you do a strike?
It was Okoye into War Machine.
It was the spender. Okay, my brain was mixed up.
Yeah. And but War Machine's doing well so far about that, which is good.
War Machine's a trooper. It takes a lot to kill him.
Yeah, you said he was tanky, even though I didn't realize that he would be.
That invulnerability goes a lot further than one would think. At NashCon, someone played Sam Spam with just invulnerable characters in Sam, and it worked pretty well.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
I played him twice, and in one of the games he blocked about 20 damage, and we didn't keep track of all of it. We kept track of 20 of it. So he got a Hulk.
Looks like Cookie might be cutting a bait and moving her to help Voodoo out. Maybe.
He might be trying to get that hammer to make it harder to score.
Yeah, but then he really would have to be right on Rice to get on the truck, which he can't do.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing.
Very interesting game as a result. But it does look like maybe he wants to put a Koi next to him and wants to make sure there's enough room for her, but it seems like it should be fine. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Or getting within 2 to field dressing both, potentially?
Oh, yeah.
Forcing him to kill her?
You can only field dress in once, right?
Yes, but he could basically make it dealer's choice, which he does.
Oh, I see. I'm with you now.
And you can't push her with Sam can't push her from this
Angle
position.
Yeah.
But I think what he's going to try to do is maybe pick up the hammer charge and throw it at her from behind.
Could be. Let's see.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Pick up the hammer. Yep. Maybe that's what they're thinking about right now. I see the arrow going down to where Okoye would be hitting some cartons.
I mean, ideally, though, you just kill Okoye, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, honestly. He's got 2 characters in Baramoto. Dr. Voodoo. So, as one of those 2.
I think he's got one opportunity to do it. I think Sam can get 2 attacks without martial artist if he positions correctly.
Mm-hmm.
Or, let me see, Red Wing Assault, how does that look? If it deals damage, he can throw.
Throw's good. Not enough point of damage.
Refugee saying at 5 dice, those odds are good. But I don't know if you've been watching this full game.
Yeah, dude.
This has definitely been a never tell me the odds kind of game.
Oh, man, it's so interesting now to see what's going to happen. He's picked up the hammer, as we
I believe
suspected.
it's a hammer and a charge.
Yeah,
He
okay.
had 3.
Cool. Man, how many points is this guy again? 4, right? No.
I believe there's a sound bite of you saying that anyway.
He's actually only 3. But don't. I don't want anybody to think I'm insinuating anything by saying getting that mistake. All right, so we've seen the charge. He's definitely on an angle that he could push Okoye out of the picture.
This is truly a great soundbite moment. This is either going to be he's a 4 right kind of play, or this will be an Okoye does it again sort of play.
Cookie saved 1. So he's taken, I guess, 1, right? Or he gets to re-roll it. You re-roll, yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah. There's a ricochet. It doesn't matter. Now the next attack.
He's got to do 3 damage on this hit, I think.
Yeah, good luck. But yes, that would be outrageous. That would break the internet. Here we go.
Oh my god. Oh no.
Christian, you make us feel so excited, and then this happens. I mean, what are you doing to us? What are you doing?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, this is so aggravating.
That was a really important activation.
Refugee. Refugees. Now you understand why we didn't hold any credence to your 5 dice is fine. Post.
Bringing back voodoo. That's a good choice.
Hmm.
And
crazy.
Stealing the hammers back.
He got all his hammers because...
Brother Voodoo, he did the Brother Daniel
Oh,
took it onto
I see.
Iron Man and took them back.
Dropped it, got him to drop them all, and then he took them. Got it. Oh my god. Cookie. This is nice, though. Interesting to see how to use Voodoo. 2 saves on Christian's part. No hit, so no damage. Through.
Chewie, cue the Sooner clip. Okoye does it again. Man, that's so painful. I
Yeah.
think that might make it. Yeah, it might stop the comeback.
Yeah. Oh man.
I'm not sure because Brother Voodoo walks away, and he possessed again and stole the other hammer.
Oh my lord. So what is? Who's got the other one? Oh yeah, ancient one.
Brother Voodoo has all 3 hammers, or
Yeah.
all 3 of the hammers that were on that side of the table. Ancient one has one. Possession becomes a once per turn ability, please.
Yeah. Yeah. I wish they would learn. I mean, maybe they learn that lesson. They're going to change things, so that a lot of things are just once per turn. Good save, Christian. Or is he attacking now?
I think he's attacking.
Yeah, he's attacking.
Ancient one.
Yep.
This has been such a painful game.
Yeah, very much so. He's going to score a point. Try and pick up a hammer. Oh, no. Sorry, that's on my overhead display. He's just going to score a point. And is that it? That's the end of the round. And lost Prio. Yeah, thanks, Chewie. You're right.
So that's going to be 10 to 14, 9 to 14?
9 to 14.
Yep, because Iron Man's not on the point.
All right. This Cookie needs just to put this to bed. He's 2 points away from winning, and he's got 4 hammers. He could just run away.
Yeah. Voodoo moves into a corner.
Yeah.
It gives Iron Man exactly 1 chance.
Yeah.
I believe. Maybe Captain America can sprint over and go for it, but...
Mm-hmm. Well, Captain America is in the range, right?
He's close. I think he's going to have to do a move charge to get there.
Okay.
For 1 attack. And I don't even know if that gets him in range to pick up the hammers. He definitely won't have the power for it.
Where is the other Dr. Voodoo?
Cookies is in the corner. In the northwest corner.
Oh, it is. Okay. Okay. I lost it. So he had the same idea I had. He's just running him over there. He wins with just Voodoo surviving and nobody taking those hammers off him.
Yep.
So Christian's probably just going to thinking it through. See if there's anything at all he can do. God, these are frustrating situations to be in because you could just this board space. Once you run yourself out over there, it's there's nothing in the game that really accommodates that sort of action. You know what I mean? Like there's no way to like quickly go over there.
This is a big attack. Is this a War Machine, I wonder? Into Okoye, maybe? Or Strange, one of the two.
I think. Well, it's only 2 defense dice, so.
It's Strange. It's got to be.
He got 1 crit.
So 3 damage to Strange. I believe that was the Builder.
Okay.
Or I mean, excuse me, the Spender.
Now Cookie's activating his leadership movement. Moved a little bit towards Zuzukori. And she's in bodyguard range. No.
A super sick beam attack.
Mm-hmm. I mean, nice. It's got the power for it. Did he have empty the clip online?
I think that's what he just did.
Mm-hmm.
And now I think he can't do empty the clip again because it'll just hit Okoye.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's going to do a beam targeting Okoye first,
Yep.
and then hopefully killing her so he can finish Strange off.
Right. All right. Maybe we can get everybody to raise their hands. Send appeasement to the dice gods on Christian's behalf.
There was a Bitter Rivals played somewhere.
Yeah. F it. Oh, that's smart. I'm not sure who. Let's see. Do they put the card down on somebody? No.
Going on to Okoye. Interesting choice.
Yeah. Right.
Seeing as she's the one that's probably going to. He's not going to ever get it. Unless
Yeah.
he's not taking the. Huh.
2 hits.
That's not enough.
No. And she gets cover.
Mm-hmm.
So she took 1 hit. She's on 2 out of 4. Oh.
I wonder if they're misunderstanding Bitter Rivals.
Yeah. Oh, knocked her out. Oh, so it must have been the bodyguard and a follow-up hit. So 2. Strange didn't take anything, but he knocks out Okoye. But honestly, I think this is just for fun. I mean, because like, how is this helping him score the win?
I think he wanted to do it to try to stop Strange from cleaning up his entire team. Because Strange is now going to do some scalpels.
Mm-hmm.
Goodbye.
Yep. Strange moves Iron Man out of the picture. Moves backwards.
Yep. Again.
And he's going to start moving. Yeah, he's just moving people away from Mordo, so Voodoo rather, so that those hammers are protected. And going back onto a point for good, get another VP in there.
Remember, this is the bad Strange.
That's right. The Strange, everybody's shaded. Like, no need to worry about this new character. He's beneath notice. Carry on. Cookie's used only 1 card. Oh, I suppose he's used another one and it came back, right?
Yeah, he used Ironbound books and it came back.
Yeah. Maybe they're just going to talk about the ending here. Some measurement going on. Yeah, he's seeing to see if he could even move there. Iron Man, that is.
Yeah, I wonder if he's just going to think about the best way to not, or the best way to get the most amount of points.
Yeah.
Sam's doing something, might be attacking Ancient One, or Iron Man into Mordo, one of the two.
Another crappy hit roll. Yeah, Cookie saves it.
These single success attacks have just not been enough.
No. I mean, you needed miracles to happen with each one, but nonetheless, none of them were answered. What's going on here?
Sam potentially could have gotten there. I don't know. I wonder if he's considering a charge.
Yeah, somebody just asked, stay tuned everyone if you want to hear the interviews with the players. We'll be jumping into their channel as soon as the game is called.
I'm curious what to ask.
I'm gonna, yeah. Oh, we see Captain America doing another attack. A crit in a wild. Adds in nothing, another blank. But Cookie didn't say roll any saves for a change. So that's Ancient 1 taking 2 more hits, not enough to daze her. And we're talking about the push off the attack.
Is he trying to get him within ricochet range?
Yeah.
Oh, very clever.
Well done. So ricochet into Mordo.
Nice. If only it could continue to ricochet.
So is it 2 hit points into Mordo?
Cookie opting to leave the battlefield with his other hammer character.
Yeah. He's going out to Siberia. Oh god. It's so heartbreaking when...
Hop. Oof.
Oh, hop even. There it is, folks. That's Cookie for you. It's Cookie. Yeah, why not have characters buried into diametrically opposed corners of the board? Why not? Do they carry on?
I respect to Christian if he decides to, but it would not. If I was in Cookie's shoes, it would not hurt my feelings if my opponent said,
Yeah.
"You want to just call it?"
Yeah. Just activate. They might be talking about it now. Let me message them. Let's see. It looks like they're chatting with each other. We'll be hopefully jumping into their channel very shortly if they have indeed called this game. Because with those hands moving back and forth, it seems like a discussion. Razane, you want to hop into their channel and see if that's the case?
Sure, yeah. Give me 1 second.
Okay. All right. I'm amazed at how Christian was able to hold it together. Oh, no, it looks like Iron Man is being moved. Or is people just moving stuff? And really interesting gameplays by both of them. Christian really making the best of the situation despite those horrible dice. I never really always having a plan to try to bring something to make happen. What's the word?
They are moving models to stand next to points to max out the points, and then that is going to be the game.
Okay, cool. All right, so you think we should wait then?
I think that they are almost ready.
Okay, that's fine.
Give them a couple minutes.
Oh,
or a minute. We could probably go in.
Looks like 12-0. No, that's not right.
12 to 18 is the word I heard from them.
Okay, 12 to 18. All right, shall we jump over then?
Sounds good to me.
All right, I'll see you in that channel.
Yep.
And
Let's say too much.
here we are. Hello, everyone. Hi, Christian.
Hey, Norbert.
Congratulations, Cookie. Thank you both for a really amazing game. Loads of people are watching. Super interested. Super interesting game. If we could start with Christian. let's talk about something more strategic to start with. You moved Okoye up. Everyone is very curious about your thoughts. Does it matter if like either Okoye is going to stand there tank and have a hammer, or if she dies, I get to move Iron Man and pick up a hammer, so it doesn't matter. Like, or was it another reason that she was up there?
No, just if he fails to kill her, I get a 3 point, and I get the trigger next round, which would be optimal. And if he kills her, I get a easier hammer on the other side, which moves back to the size 4 thingy, which my whole team can hide behind.
Yeah. What we're really curious then is what was your approach going to be in the game? Were you trying to out attrition Cookie? Was that your game plan? No.
Just get a point here and there, and Helios Razor someone around off the board at some point in the game, which didn't work because a few of the guys didn't die or didn't daze.
Yes. I mean, everyone has felt loads of sympathy for you and your shoes, and in fact, really thought you were quite courageous in continuing the game instead of just tilting out of it. It had been hard because it seemed like your attacks in many instances were bad, and Cookie's dice were incredible, both his defense and offense.
And I had Mina was behind since round 2, and I had every turn I had something which could have gotten me back in the game, and nothing worked. So
Yeah. We were super psyched when the Helios cannon round came because it looked like it could happen. You've turned suddenly loads of stuff happened your way, but then
I think he did a mistake after he gave me priority, because if I can daze Strange here, which is I think not too unlikely, I just Helios him off the board, start of next round, and I think that was one of the big turning points, I guess.
Yes.
But didn't work out, so he needed another action. And I needed too much actions for the things I wanted to do, like kill Okoye, obviously, which was way too many attacks for this 2 dice Okoye, and even 1 dice Okoye.
I know.
Way too much attacks with Strange.
Yeah. The opinions of the internet are likely going to be changing next week in the next round of podcasts if any of them were watching this game. Merzan, before we switch over to Cookie, did you have any questions for Christian?
I think I know the answer, but there was that turn where you had Iron Man with a couple of hammers, and you shot Strange with a repulsor blast first, and then opted to do a rocket shot on the second attack. I thought, for me, I would have just done 2 rocket shots. Were you
but then I had no energy for...
Go ahead.
Because I had Emma's, I had not enough energy for Helios Gazer the next round if I would do this.
Okay, I see. So you're just building.
I needed this turn to daze Strange and Helios Gazer him off the board next turn. So I needed 2 power for 2 hammers and just get the other power of the rest of my team, which there was enough. So I wanted to, Mina only could do 1 rocket, and so I repulsor blast first, because then I could gotten in a cheeky damage on Mordo after possible push, which didn't happen, and Swirly, but my Swirlies were not where I wanted them, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunate. I didn't know...
I guess the game started bad. Obviously, in this matchup, his priority is super important, because he can scalpel out Sam pretty easy if I don't with that ring and scalpel stuff, obviously. And I discarded the 5-point and no damage bonus crisis. So this was, from the beginning it was difficult. And
you don't have to say more. It was very difficult. It was unbelievable. It did make the middle of the game super exciting though. So you have that to think about. Yeah, we were cheering. All right, Cookie. Congratulations again. We loved the very clinical way that you set up your turn 1. to manage the SAM spam and all of its movement shenanigans. Can you talk us a little bit through your approach here?
Sure, yeah. Well, first of all, I want to thank Christian for uh, not getting too upset, because I had some crazy dice and he had some terrible dice. So
Yeah.
thanks for being a great opponent, sticking in the game. Um, but yeah, well, first off, I have some more aggressive turn one plays if I play Wong. So I took a long time debating if I wanted to get a Koye or Wong, because it means Strange also teleports up the middle and do some attacks. But I I was banking on the. I know Christian is a pretty experienced player, so
Mm-hmm.
I didn't think he would give me ample targets to do it. So I went with the Koye.
I give you
Uh,
what I wanted in this on this table.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, my opening plays with the Ancient One can move, teleport up, and strike. Yeah, and I got super lucky by one-shotting her, immediately giving me the hammer and enough power to get back to safety afterwards. Because I mean, loading her up on enough power to on the next round activate with her first, kill Koye, and then
Yeah.
move away and have enough power for spenders, because her spender is ridiculous.
Yes.
Yeah, and I was I, round one was a bit sloppy with placement, so was not optimal for Strange. I think I placed him outside of 3 of Mordo, uh, which is usually my opening, giving him an 8 dice dagger.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, versus Sam, my plan was not to focus too much on points rounds 1 and 2, and try to remove 2 models as fast as possible, and afterwards stick some damage on each model, and then on the key round daze like 2 or 3 characters
Yeah. Yeah.
once with Strange AoE attacks. This fight forces the way it was set up, it forces a bit to fight. Yeah, and Voodoo is just so good on hammers, because you can drop all the hammers.
Yeah. As you demonstrated at the end of the game there, that was just so backbreaking.
Yeah. So you daze him, then he stands up with all the power and like drop all the hammers, take it, drop your hammers, and then just get out of dodge.
Went into Siberia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Merzane, you had some questions for Cookie.
I don't think I did anymore. I think that kind of answered a lot of what I was thinking. I guess the original question was early in the game. You were measuring out all that really precise, strange measurement. Was that just to see if you could see a Koye to hit her first and then bring an Ancient One in later?
Yeah. It was a discussion if we could. You meant when we were here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Strange could see a Koei if he was on this corner, but it didn't matter in the end, because
Yeah.
yeah. So that was a bit unnecessary discussion on my end.
How could you know? How could you know? All right.
Oh, I did. I knew.
All right then. Congratulations, Cookie. You've progressing. So you've made the cut. You still have a game to play, but you haven't lost any. So even if you lose the next one, you are in the finals for season 6.
Yeah. With a low strength schedule, so probably have to play an extra round.
You might have to do the culling round. You want to tease what you're going to be bringing, since you could switch things around, or is that still under wraps?
I don't even know.
You know that.
I could just throw something out, Black Order maybe, or Convocation. One of the two.
Yeah, we thought you had gotten confused, and even though you brought Convocation models, that you were actually playing Black Order, where you're just casually killing people with lots of dice.
Oh, that's what I've been saying all along. They feel like Black Order.
I know. You just can't get the stink of Black Order off your hands, and so it's affecting the other. Christian, you still are in it. You just need to win next week's game. So I think I speak for both Merzane and the internet at this point. We all wish you luck in that next game, and hopefully it goes better for you.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
All right, thank you, and thanks everybody on the chat for participating. It was a great night together, and thank you, Merzane. A real pleasure to spend so much time with you, and a treat indeed, considering that you're all the way out in the eastern United States, and I'm here in London.
Yeah, it was a blast. Thanks for having me on. It was, like I said, I don't typically get to watch European games, so this was a really good opportunity to sit and discuss it and learn how you guys play over there.
That's right. That's right. It is quite different. So it'd be great to get back to international conventions and whatnot just as soon as we can.
Yes, washing your hands. Don't pass it through the internet.
Exactly. Good advice. All right, everyone. Thanks again and have a great day.